gift box. I know a lot of you are going to love this because... Hi everybody, it's Sam at Mixed Up Craft. Thank you for watching my tutorial today. I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute little Christmas cottage gift box. I know a lot of you are going to love this because so many of you enjoy the she shed and the bird box that I made. So I'm going to create like a little, I don't know what to call it yet, but I'm going to do a playlist that has these kind of projects in them because these are just so much fun. They can just be a decorative storage item if you would rather. This would be quite nice at Christmas just to maybe keep, I always say it's nice to have somewhere to keep like spare candles and batteries and things like that we need over the Christmas period. So you could always use it as that kind of thing, but it is also a beautiful gift box. So this is using the lovely Paper Addicts papers. I'll show you those in a moment. I just bring it up here just to show you all the detail. You've got your chimney here with this little fake smoke coming out the top. I've got a little tag here, sending love at Christmas. There's all artificial snow on here. I've got these Christmas lights. I've got this lovely wreath with the little gemstones. I've got artificial snow here, you've got a little flat back pearl for the handle, and then I've cut all these presents all here, and you can see just how lovely that snow all looks around the side there as well, and again on this side here. The back's plain, and then you just undo the top, and inside you have a very roomy gift bag or box. You can put a handle on this and turn it into a gift bag, but look how much room you've got in there. Because it's reinforced with grey board, chipboard on the base, you can put something very heavy in here as well. So it'd be lovely to put maybe a nice set of, you know, some perfumes and toiletries. Those things can be quite heavy. You might have some miniature bottles of something for somebody, some gin, things like that. So I think it's going to be really nice. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with this. It might well just become a display piece. I'm getting a little bit attached to these things when I make them. I made this at head office, so they kept that one for to be photographed and to help promote the papers. So I will share the links of the professional one that was taken and the one I made at head office, but this one I just thought I've got to make it again because I want it for myself. So yeah, I'm not sure who's going to get this with a present yet, but we will see. But let's get into this fun tutorial and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so this is the paper pad. So it's the Paper Addicts Cozy Christmas. It is, I think, my favourite. This one and the Magical Moments, I think the other one is as well. They're just really, really nice. So lots of lovely elements to cut out, which you'll see in a moment, but that's the one I'm using today. Then I'm probably going to use one of the felt wreaths, which I didn't use before. I don't think we had them. I think they were still waiting for these to arrive. So I'm probably going to use one of them depending on how like the proportions look. I am going to use one of the pom-poms off of this. I've already cut it off here for the door handle. Now we do have in the Simply Creative range these little polystyrene balls in silver and white, and it was the white one that I used on the day when I was at head office making it. So but I haven't got that one, so I thought I'm just going to use that. But you can use a button, you can use a little, you know, an embellishment. It's entirely up to you. And I'm probably going to use these. I didn't use these last time either, but the adhesive snowflakes, I might just stick a few around the sides and stuff, so I think that'll look quite sweet. And then that is the same ribbon that I use. So it's the Grosgrain, and this one says lots of love. Okay, so I've gone ahead and already fussy cut little bits and pieces here. So I've done my presents from one of the sheets, really easy to cut out. I've done these hearts, which I'm going to hang from the front. I've got my little Santa's, like the sack there with all the presents, another there. I've done that. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. I might do a window on the side, and I might have it in the side window, and then I've done the tag there for the top. Okay, but again, decorate entirely, you know, how you want. I've done my windows and my door. I'll talk you through that in a moment. Okay, so you're going to need two pieces. I've already done one there, but you want two pieces of 12 by 12, and this is for the main box. So along, if it's directional paper, make sure you got it the right way up, and you're going to score it 4 and 11.5, and then rotate it, and you're going to score again at 4 and 10. Okay, and do that twice. You'll also want two pieces that are 5 by 8.25, and it's going to overhang the width of the box slightly. So the width of the box is 8, but this 8.25 you're going to have 1/8 of an inch just overhanging. I just thought it looked nice. So along the 5-inch side you want to score at 1 inch. Okay, I've already done that on both of mine. Just fold and burnish that, because what will happen is this is going to be the top, okay, which we're going to hole punch, and then when you open it up you'll be able to go inside the box. Alright, so that is how the roof will look, and we'll add the chimney and all those bits later on because people are going to be using different things. And yeah, so once we get to that, we'll go through it in more detail. So then you want, for the door, I have used a white piece that is 2 1/4 by 4, and then the piece on top I've just dropped down, so it's 2 by 3 3/4. Okay, and then that's going to have the little pom-pom, if you imagine, there, and also the wreath. All right, and then these here, the white is 2 by 2, and then the pattern is 1 3/4 squared, and then these here are 2 by 1/4, and you want 4 pieces, and you'll see how I've just stuck them, one that way and then one over the top that way to give you your windows. Really basic, really simple. I don't want to do too much detail with these things. It's all with these extra little accessories that we're going to use later. Okay, so that's all the scoring done. With one of these here, you just want to fold and burnish all of your score lines. Okay, and then we want to do a little bit of cutting. So you want the 1/2 inch tab on the right hand side. So this here is going to be the base. You want to cut up that first score line to this score line here. Okay, so you've done that. And then this little piece here, you want to cut up and then just remove that completely. Okay, and then stay on this side on the tab, go up to the next score line, and again just snip into that and remove that completely. Okay, so that's what you should have. And then this score line here, which you'll have just here, you just want to cut down that one. Okay, now this here is going to fold and stick on that one and become one corner of your box. So what you want to do with this piece here is just take a wedge off of each part. Okay, and that is one of them. So you will do that twice. You'll have 2 pieces. So here's my other one. And what I'm going to do first, usually now I would stick the sides and bring it all together, but I think what I want to do is add the roof first, because I made this, you know, when I'm crafting and I'm not having to record, it's very different because I don't really think about the measurements. I just kind of do it and hope for the best. So I can't remember exactly what I'd done on the day because we were all crafting together and chatting and eating chocolate and all kinds of things, but I think it was something like this. So what I want to do with this is I want there to be, so when you stick it down, I want it to overhang, okay, like so. Now it's entirely up to you how much you want that to overhang. Now if I fold that piece in, all right, just fold all this in, and you've just got this piece here and you've got the larger bit at the bottom. When you sit the roof over, you will have the overhang there, because I said, didn't I say this was 8? I'm wondering now if it was a little bit shorter. Oh no, 7.5, because that's taken into account the tab. So, but that's fine. You're going to have this overhang, which is what I wanted. Okay, so just thought it just made the roof look a bit more authentic. Now, if you line it up with the score line on the top, but then bring it down a bit. Now it's up to you how much you want it to, like I said, overhang. So if I fold this over, it might make a bit more sense. Just trying to show you how you can, you know, how you can have it however you want. So I'm going to have about 1/2 inch overhanging. Okay. And then you'll have 1/2 inch overhanging on each side. So I've just got equal there. When you lift it up, this is the piece here that you're going to add your glue to. All right, so I'm going to cover all of this section. So I think adding the roof is easier to do when it's all flat, because you can line it up easier with the other one, and you can add the hole punches and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so with the roof, with that folded piece, obviously at the top, because that's where we're going to hole punch, and that's going to be the opening. I'm going to turn this over, and I want to make sure I can see. I'm going to do it like this. Just eyeball it. Get your overhang this side first, and then I would fold it over, and then you can kind of wiggle it for a little bit. I've got some time there, but I'm happy with that. And just stick that down. So now you'll see we've got that roof effect with that little overhang. I just think that overhang detail just does create a better roof look. Put something on my paper there. Okay, and that is your hinge. So that's where it will open and close. These are your side pieces, just obviously, you know, cover what the gift is inside, but I think it looks really nice. Now, to make sure you get that lined up with the other piece, I mean, there shouldn't be any reason you don't, as long as you've got that same width here. So again, half an inch, half an inch. So with this one here, again, and again, I'm going to sit this here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down on the top of this one. Fold everything in, fold that in like I'm doing. Okay, and then you can just lay it over the top. As long as you make sure you get your base lined up. If I get this all in shot. Okay, so make sure the roof is sat perfectly over that piece, like so. And then sit this piece so it lines up with the base. Okay, as long as the base lines up and the sides, you will know that your roof will line up. There we go. It's just easy to do that when it's separate, I think. Okay, so those two pieces sit perfectly over each other. And you know now that when we go to put it together, the roof is going to line up perfectly. Like so. Alright, so now we can do that. So I'm going to add some, what I might do actually is just take a little wedge off of these little pieces that will go in on the sides as well, I'm just really removing the score line. Okay, so any bulk that might be there. Just that one, and then this one here. Okay, so what you want to do is, first of all, I'm going to add some glue. You're going to have to fold it in a bit. You're just going to add some glue on this, and then we want to sit this one in just underneath the roof there, without the roof bit sticking. So you need to like sandwich that in between, and just make sure that the base line is all lined up. So this line here, okay, but you just need to clip it underneath that little bit of the overhang there. Okay, and then fold this one, and you're going to work again here, so add your glue. And again, just clip that piece under there, and then the rest will all go nice and flat, and it should marry up perfectly. Okay, so now with the base, just fold all that in for a second just so you can check how it's all going to come together. These bits will fold in just like a normal bag, and then once we hole punch and put the white